Caroline Ruick.
Oh,
I think Joe's a great guy. Bruce.
Can you put me in this section somewhere?
Okay.
HB instead of HB? That's nice. HB instead of HD.
Smart.
Well, even though HD fans go.
Solid.
To creating an organization to oversee as well as fundraise for a space for artists to form, practice, and exhibit their work in on an equal fair share basis. So anybody who will be interested in helping with this, please see me. Thank you.
We have a Monday night reading for the Stone Soup Poetry series in our 16th year, doing things somewhere. We're over 2 years here. We'd like you to realize that this place enjoys serving people food 6 nights a week. This is the off night for them.
Tip your waitress.
Exactly. That was a waitress speaking? C4 is there, though. Okay. This is Charlie's Tap. I'm going to start. We lament the fact that the Wombat is still out exploring the Big Bang Theory. And we hope he's back with us soon. I'm going to read something by Michael McClure, if the good Lord's willing, followed by Joe Dunn. Now, this is open reading, and we'd like to just kind of prime the pump a little with a few things. After that, we'll have Bruce Hanning, Jim Ringel, and Daniel Stern in the first set before a feature who just recently called Finding the Place. Mary Clifton and friends will be on stage shortly. So I'll be reading from Michael McClure shortly.
Pages. You know what that?
This is called The Surge, and it's dedicated to Brakhage. Those of you who follow the film industry know that Stan is a remarkable innovator in film. And Michael McClure says about his own poem, "This is a failure of an attempt to write a beautiful poem. I would have looked at it as a mindless coiling of a protein that has not fully accepted life, but one that, or might be a step towards living being. The surge of life I seek to view. Plato and Darwin are dead heads of glorious vision. Dante turned to woman Beatrice in Paradiso, and she spoke, "'Tis true that oftentimes shape will fail to harmonize with design when the material is deaf to answer. Then from its course the creature deviates, but though impelled towards highest heaven, it has power to bend in other ways. Just as when fire is seen to fall from clouds, if the first impulse of its natural bent turned by false pleasure drives it to earth, no more, if I judge rightly, shouldst thou marvel at thy ascent than at a falling rill that plunges from mountain to depths. 'Twould be as strange, hadst thou stayed down below. Is not the old man, male beast side of it as dead as hell? Our view of life, still so young and so worn and ripped by butyl shadows, we made of it subtle Plato and Darwin open worlds by stating what we knew, own admissions thrown into reality. How dumb is blind, how blind is blind, how deaf and dumb is dumbness. If we admit, do we have fresher eyes? There's a kind inertness of joy that living beings drift to and from, and it is far back when the universe began, is here to now. I do not mean the mystic's view, or that of man locked to superstition of own repression, no emotive anthologies. I mean, there is a more total view. It shifts, changes, wavers, it weakens our nerves, it finally makes a greater field of more total sight. We yearn for it. I love you is key. Surge of life may not be seen by male or female, or both the halves, but perhaps the female who on principle sees further into more. Oh, how I have beat my head at it on male stupidity, and here in my hand picture of living universe made by woman as gift of love and casual moment. Valentine in ballpoint ink, drawing calls all previous images to habeas. The dark and radiant swirlings in my head seem clumsy, though I trust them to. It is a tree that is not a tree. It might be a placenta with thin branches or veins. The stalk of it narrows to a grasp of life. It stretches downward, spreads into what might be the earth or top of other tree. Is there a forest? Upon the lower treetop or earth lie a creature coiled and incomplete with round and staring eyes. Intersecting narrow trunk or crossing it in mysterious geometry, it is pallet-shaped. Upon it spins around and round before ascending the stalk of the bough a creature in ring of meat divided into individuals comprising it. They are hot on each other's tails. They are after one another and outwards with round eyes. Some beasts of the ring are the dots and the blobs of the teardrops of primal meat, and some are more whole creatures. Some contain within themselves midway an extra pair of eyes to show that the vision is not complete, or to assert the meaningless of all the vision that is based on eyes or organs. Those eyes deny that a single head or set of senses divide life in a greater sense. The ring is one. The creatures swell, spring free, dart up the cincture to a greater space above. A long, large, snake-shaped molecule of flesh coils from the earth around the palate and caresses the higher branch in sensuality. The high part is the heart. Within it a man's head, shoulders, and from it a bat-winged heart with a thready tail and a heart upon the thread lip. Inside a circle, a vacuole, a knob of hope, a shape inside that might be any living thing, from vulture to child. And high and low outside are stars, the living sparks are moths, turned inside down with drawing means no more no less as gentle, tensile scourge toward women's views. 4. But to desire is to know and to feel, and not erased. To feel the caves of body and the separate physical tug of each desire is insanity. The key is love. To desire is to know and feel, not ease. The feeling the caves of body and the separate physical tug of each desire, insanity. The key is love and yearning. The cold sea beasts and the mindless creatures are the holders of the vastest philosophy. We never touch it. We are blessed. Praise to the surge of life. Praise that there is no answer. And we question. Genetics and memory are the same. They are degrees of one molecular unity. With the bulks of revolt and the systems of love structuring in a greater whole, beginning where the atoms come to move together and make a coiling string. Beyond the barrier, all things are laid upon a solid and at rest. Beatrice, Beatrice, Paradiso is opening, and we are at the gates angelic.